A game that wasn't even supposed to be played turns into an instant classic. Welcome to SportsWire. I'm Will Catterley. COVID has been tricky when it comes to high school athletics, and for Hermitage football, it postponed their first 3 games of the season due to contact tracing from the opposing schools. Patrick Henry had their Week 3 opponent postponed as well, so they said, what the heck? Let's play each other. It became a top 10 matchup, according to the Times-Dispatch, and lived up to its billing and then some.
Hard to believe this is the Hermitage Panthers' first game of the year, but they're fired up at home. As I said in the opener, top 10 matchup, Hermitage, Patrick Henry. Patrick Henry, first one with a football. Hermitage says no. Great defense, number 2, working hard all night. Malik Myers, and then check this out. The ensuing punt is blocked. Number 7, Corey Morton with the block. Number 12, scoop it and score it, my friend. Touchdown, Panthers. Braylon Jones takes it in, just like that, 7-0 Hermitage. This guy, however, number 17, great stop in the defensive backfield, or offensive backfield, I should say. Number 24 on the stop there. But hard to contain Patrick Henry's offense. They're very good. They hurt themselves with penalties quite a bit and turnovers. Catch made in Hermitage territory. Johnny on the spot. Number 6 making the recovery. First down, Hermitage, Christian Stubbs. However, second quarter, number 17, I said hard to stop. Corenzo Green had a banner night, running to the right, and then later, that would lead to this. Quarterback Glen Allen finds pay dirt, 7 yards out, touchdown. Patrick Henry, it's 7-6, so they missed the extra point. Wonder if that'll come back to haunt him. How about Jalen Burton? Have yourself a night, quarterback. He was on point. Great catch by the wide receiver on the sidelines, keeping a feet in and then dialing long distance, but PH is there for the pick in the end zone. No harm, no foul. Still 7-6 Hermitage. Still second quarter. Patrick Henry looking for something. Firing deep, and oh my goodness, for a second it looked like it was interception. Then it was pulled away from the defensive back, and Jaden Mine says, that is mine. Then it's back to the ground game. Mr. Corenzo Green, have yourself a night. Green, 30 rushes, 225 yards. That's one of his touchdowns. He's not finished. Patrick Henry, though, would not convert the 2-point conversion. It's 12-7. So, 12-7 game. Still first half. Sliding catch. Nice play made. Burton finds his wide receiver in number 1, Jakari Bolden. And then Burton down the middle just before halftime. Under 30 seconds ago. Touchdown, Jeremiah Coney. Coney was limited rushing the football, 18 carries, 62 yards, but he did have a touchdown catch right there. It's 14-12, and then Patrick Henry trying to get something going, losing real estate. That Hermitage defensive front, there were times where they would lose the battle, times they won the battle. That time they won it. PH coming back, no sir, 4th and 15. They go for it rather than punt. And then Hermitage intercepts the ball rather than bat it down. They lost field possession. But Breon Gunnell gets into the stat book with an INT. Let's go second half, running the football. Here comes Hermitage. Jalen Burton on the ground. Yeah, he could run as well. 6 times for 43 yards. And he goes long distance. He's got a man. Caught deep into Patrick Henry territory. Number 1 on the reception, Jakari Bolden. And then, remember, I told you that Jeremiah Coney was limited in rushing yards, but that's his second touchdown of the night. Touchdown, Hermitage, 20-12, 6:50 to go in the fourth quarter. This is almost wrapped up, although not so fast, my friends. Corenzo Green, 3 touchdowns on the night, 30 carries, 225 yards. He finds the end zone, but remember, they missed those extra points, point after touchdown, so they got to go for 2. The pass, it is caught. Good for the 2-point conversion. It's Grayson Ross on the receiving end. We're tied at 20 with 4:32 to go in the game. Surely this game could still be won in regular time here in the fourth quarter. It's 4th and long, and somehow Jalen Burton, my goodness, connects with his wide receiver. He makes an amazing move. It would set up this short field goal by McGinnity, and no! McGinnity misses it. It was no more than like 32 yards, if that, give or take yards. So, overtime. Both teams get the ball at the 10-yard line. Patrick Henry, go with the guy who got you there. Green, touchdown. Extra point to put him up 7. It's blocked. It's blocked. So it's 26-20. Patrick Henry, but wait, there was a flag on the field. The coach for PH says, I'm not going to kick an extra point. We've had 2 blocked. They go for it, and the Hermitage defense stuffs them. Very important, because now it's 4th and goal at the 6. 4th and ball game. Jalen Burton, 6 yards out. Are you kidding me? Touchdown! Hermitage! So now it's up to McGinnity. McGinnity with a chance for a make good for his field goal that would have won it as time expired. If he can make this extra point, Hermitage is 1-0. It is up. It is good! Braden McGinnity! Jalen Burton! Hermitage wins their first game of the year in dramatic fashion and in extra time. 27-26 is your final as Timothy Jean-Pierre gets his first win as head coach. He's 1-0 and he'll never forget his first, that's for sure. Here it is again. Hermitage 27, Patrick Henry 26. Jalen's got plenty to say.
Going through my head, I'm trusting my receivers. I never lose trusting my brothers. I know they got my back to the end, and that's one thing. I ain't gonna never fold on them. So to the last player to that game, say 0-0, I'm going and giving them everything I got, and it's the same with them. So I just love them.
What'd you say to the kicker after he made that extra point? Because he missed the field goal that would have won it, so making that extra point wins it.
I told him we're gonna go to B-Dubs tonight. After that, if he made that's his favorite restaurant. I told him we're gonna go to B-Dubs. So
What kind of wings are you getting at B-Dubs?
Barbecue or something. I don't know.
Oh, well, you know, they can get whatever wings they want. They earned it tonight, as long as they on time, you know, for weight room and workouts in the morning. Jalen Burton is a special kid. You know, he's talent, a man of many talents. You know, sometimes when we want him to run it, he'll throw it. Sometimes we want him to throw it, he'll run it. You know, we're still working on that chemistry and getting him to understand or see what it is that we see. But he's definitely a great asset to what we do and a threat on the field at all times. So shouts out to Jalen for making that play at the end of the game to put us in position to go get the win.
Braden McGinnity went with the mild wings. Kickers, come on, man. Add a little spice to those wings. Well, if you had to guess one of the teams that has a better record than Hermitage, Varina, and Highland Springs so far this football season, would you guess J.R. Tucker? Maybe not. But the Tigers had the chance to move to 2-0 with a win over Meadowbrook.
Tucker Tigers looking to go 2-0 for the first time since the 2017-2018 season. Early on, first quarter looking pretty good. Quarterback Cameron Clark running. Hold on to that football. Oh, he does hold on to the rock inside the 20-yard line of Meadowbrook. And the Tigers have something they hadn't had in a while. It's a pretty good passing game. Watch Clark firing, finding right across the middle. His receiver, it's number 3, Cameron William. And that would lead to this. They have a running game as well. Well blocked inside the 5-yard line. Touchdown, Tigers, Caleb Smith. And it's 6-0 Tucker. The point after touchdown would be no good. Meadowbrook had a problem snapping the football. They also had a problem with number 52, who was everywhere. Getting the sack there, it's Cameron Davis. The guy's a man among boys. Then another high snap. They got to get rid of the football. Almost runs for a first down here. Look at him go. Tigers will stop him before he gets there. So Tucker taking over in good field position. What does Cameron Clark do with it? Firing down the middle. Got a man. Touchdown, Tigers. Jaden Lee gets it done. And Tucker has a 12-0 lead with 1:52 to go in the first quarter. Back to work on offense. You do not want to run at this man. He is going to wreck some offenses. Cameron Davis was all over the field. Double-digit tackles. Go to the second. Going deep. Check out the secondary for Tucker. Somehow getting in there. Ball's up for grabs. Nice job by the Tucker DBs to stop that play. And then, you haven't heard the last of number 52. He was double-teamed. Cameron Davis still made the play behind the line of scrimmage. Tell you what, in the future, you're going to game plan against Tucker, you better double team him, and you better not run his way. Later, however, Doink sometimes you get unlucky, and that was off the helmet was the pass. It's intercepted. Meadowbrook eventually on a turnover would score a touchdown to make it 12-6, but then, yeah, there he is again. I mean, it's a highlight reel for Cameron Davis. This dude is built. He gets off blocks. He wraps people up. He makes tackles. He makes sacks. Makes the rest of his defense better, which is also great for your team. And then how about some more Tucker D? Oh, you lost something. It's the football, the strip sack by Devontae. Kenny leads to 2 points. The bucket is up and good. It's a safety, 14-6 with 11:50 to go in the fourth. Tigers not finished. The screen pass, really well executed. Jaden Lee, take it to the house, my friend, and he does. Touchdown from 38 yards out, and J.R. Tucker gets on the board once again. It's 20-6, and then how about more defense? The sack, the fumble, the ball's all over the place. Eventually, he's going down. Great job defensively, great job offensively. Tucker is 2-0. They beat Meadowbrook. 20-6 is your final.
Speaking of Tucker, imagine not playing a home game in over 2 years. That's one thing Tucker's boys volleyball endured during the construction of their new school. But now they're back at it in a brand new gym, and they couldn't be happier. That story and more, straight ahead.
This can't be happening. This can't be happening.
Of course it's not happening. Armored car. Listen, having money isn't about luck. Make your own coffee, save $1,000 a year. Feed me.
Feed the pig.
Welcome back to SportsWire. It's been quite the wait for J.R. Tucker to play in their own gym. Coming off the best season in boys volleyball school history, they finally have a new place to hang their hats.
Well, it's been a while, but J.R. Tucker's volleyball team finally has a place to call home.
Tell you what, I am about to cry. It has been a long 2 years, 2+ years since we've been able to be in our gym, and to be able to be in a place this beautiful and this fabulous and this big is just absolutely just fills my heart to the brim to be able to do this and to be able to open this gym tonight.
For just over 2 years, J.R. Tucker has had to rely on busing, other facilities for practice, and all road games until now.
We've been lucky enough that Brooklyn Middle School has allowed us to practice. It's not the most ideal situation in the world, but it was our home. This year it's been a little trickier. We've been able to use Brooklyn. We've been lucky enough that U-Turn has let us use their space for practice. We got really used to making bus trips. Making 20 bus trips in 1 year is a lot.
I knew it was going to be impacting to not have our own facility, but it's been impacting in ways I never imagined possible. But these guys have shown some great grit and ability to persevere through a lot of tough times. And here we are. So it's a great night. So we're excited.
Last year's seniors, Rafael Rustam and Mario Soares, took part with the ceremonial first serve.
They're super excited. They're cheering on our JV right now. They're the ones going crazy in the stands because they are so excited for this group of guys that are going to get a chance to play here.
The new gym is bigger than the old one with more seating, better lighting, and it even boasts a skylight. Meanwhile, the Tigers plan to have a similar ceremony come basketball season.
Yeah, we're excited, and we're planning some special stuff for the first night there as well. Having some alumni back, making a big deal for the community, and it's fun. We're looking forward to it. It's everything we thought it would be and more.
Tigers!
Let's go, boys. Good shot.
The Tigers lost the opening match in straight sets to Mechanicsville, albeit each one was very close. After Tucker scored their first point in the new gym, they kept the ball for their new trophy case.
Speaking of volleyball, how about this for a matchup? Deep Run, last year's state champs, versus Glen Allen, last year's regional champs. They don't like each other. It is a West End rivalry renewed. Played at Glen Allen. Deep Run on the serve. Glen Allen returning quite a bit. Deep Run graduated quite a few, so, we'll see what happens. Point number 9, Brooks Cowart doing the honors. He's a big-time returner for this Jaguar squad. Later, still first set. Nice dig by Cowart, and the team that passes better usually gets the point. That was a case there. Edwin Barak with the point, and Glen Allen on its way. That would be an ace over the point for the Jags. And then later, number 7 doing the honors, Andrew Onusevich. Deep Run, looking to get back in this. Another great pass, another great finish. That's knocked out, but out of bounds, and Cowart gets a point again for Glen Allen. 13-9 at this point. Cowart on the other side. You can't stop him. You can just hope to contain him. Cowart on the serve now. 14-9. Glen Allen at this point still first set. Deep Run going to get back in it. Great kill shot right there, and the block not good enough. So Deep Run on the board. Later, Wildcats a serve. They would come back, tie this set up at 15, as you see, and when you needed points, Cowart, also this guy, Trevor Foy, dynamic for the offense for the Jaguars. 20-15 at this point. That shot is good. It is up. It is in. Number 9, Alan Dubček. 24-19, though, however. That shot just goes out, and the Jags win the opening set 25-19. Let's go to the second. Let's not waste any time. This guy's got a killer serve. I mean, it's just not consistently in, but when it's in, it causes problems. Number 8, Edwin Barak again. Then back to 7, Andrew Onuskovich. And if I'm messing up your last name, it's my bad. Onuskovich again on the serve. And then up 13-8 at this point. Glen Allen would play even better in the second set than they did in the first. Sean McDevitt puts a dent in that one. Point later, 2013. Skying up for it. Nice recovery by Deep Run, however, but they get blocked at the front of the net. Number 6, Trevor Foy and company, and then here comes that serve. Beautiful dig. Edwin Barak. And then that shot goes wide. They actually call it point Deep Run. So, hey, no harm, no foul, I guess. Glen Allen on the serve. Deep Run, trailing 23-16 at this point. Going to make it more. Now it's 24. Dominic Wheaton with the kill. 25-16. Can they win in straight sets? First one to 3 sets wins. We join this one tied at 14. Yeah, Deep Run takes the lead. They played well in this one, at least up to a certain point. That point counts, and later, Wildcats on the serve again. Nobody going to get to that one. Yeah, that's in. Wildcats would have a 3-point lead in the third set. We know what happens when a team wins a third set down 2-0. Anything can happen. Up 17-14. Fortunes would change for Glen Allen. Watch what happens here. Another great pass. A good-looking finish. Deep Run does a nice job with it, but can't quite get there. And Edwin Barak and company can smell it. Up 23-18, number 6, Trevor Foy on the serve. Oh, what a block. Skying for it. As Andrew Onuskovich wins it 25-19, 25-16, 25-19. Glen Allen wins in straight sets. It's been a while since we mentioned the Springers in this show. This deep, don't worry, I haven't forgotten about you, Island Springs. On the road, looking to win game number 2 in a row against Prince George this time. Why not start off with Kanye Beanie? He's going to take the end around all the way down inside the Royals' 20-yard line. Christian Martin had himself a game with his arms and his legs as usual, firing, finding the aforementioned Kanye Beanie for a 26-yard touchdown pass. Highland Springs up 7-0 over Prince George. Springer's not done, still first quarter. Nope. How about the read option? Christian Martin not only can pass, but he brings a lot to the offensive element of his game with his legs as well. He keeps it there, would set it up for this. Martin connecting, firing, finding. It is Takai Heath. And Takai, you haven't heard the last of him. Touchdown catch for Heath, and it's 13-0 with 3:26 to go in the first quarter. Royals trying to get back in it, and it would help if you got the snap off, because he's going to throw the football. Someone else has got it. It's Kwanye Beanie. So he's got 1 touchdown receiving, 1 touchdown as a defensive back. Springers, all of a sudden, up a lot to a little in this one. Now, Prince George quarterback, he can fly as well. When you give him an open lane, he's one heck of an athlete. He will find it, exploit it, and burn it. And burn the Springer D to boot. 80 yards later, Prince George back in the football game, perhaps. And now that makes it 20-6 with 1:13 to go. But anytime the Royals made any headway, Springers made a big difference, and they did it with special teams most of the time. Here it is, Takai Heath. And Takai, boy, he can fly. Heath, all the way inside the 15-yard line of the Royals. About 14, 13-yard line to be 26-6. That would lead to a score as we go to the second half. Second half, more Springers. Looking, firing, finding Christian Martin. Man, his passes are on point in this one. Guess who? It's Takai Heath. His second receiving touchdown of the night. And you haven't heard the last of him. Springers up. How about a little Wildcat formation? Aziz Foster Powell, you think he's down? No, you've got to finish the tackle on this guy. He will run right through you. Kind of reminds me of a younger Brandon Jacobs with his quads as big as they are, as big as a frame as he has. And then finish it off. Why not reward him going to the left? Hard to find him, but there he is. Left corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Springers. Highland Springs now up 39-6. A little defense. Number 44 doing his work, shooting the gap, getting the sack with 15 in there as well. Lance Nelson Jr. Royals made a couple of plays. This one down the seam, touchdown passes, good as we get late into the ball game in the fourth. But, problem was, again, anytime they made a play on offense, special teams had the answer. Guess who it is? It is Takai Heath. Takai, I told you he could fly. This time he's not even going to get touched. All the way to pay dirt. Kickoff return touchdown. That's, count them, 1, 2, 3 touchdowns for Takai Heath. And Heath gives Highland Springs plenty. And yeah, you should be smiling. Love the grill, love the play even more as the Springers move to 2-1 on the air. 45-19 is your final.
We came to practice this week. We played hard. We practiced hard. We played with a chip on our shoulder no matter who we played against. My quarterback got me the ball. I made a play.
Well, we have a little field hockey and more football action on the other side. Freeman tries to take down Tucker in field hockey, while Godwin looks for the upset on the gridiron against Atlee. Highlights ours straight ahead.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
Welcome back to SportsWire. Let's go up-tempo. We start with football, where Freeman moved to 3-0 after a 21-6 win over Mechanicsville. Now, the Mavericks have been dynamic through the air, so the Mustangs forced Freeman to run. The Mavericks had no problems, tallying 269 yards rushing. Senior back Bradley Perkins ran for 189 yards and 2 touchdowns in the win. Sticking with Freeman, former Maverick lacrosse star Evan Tyler has signed a pro deal with the Halifax Thunderbirds. Tyler totaled 119 points over 57 games with Jacksonville University. Back to the gridiron now, where former Springer Antoine Wells earned CAA Offensive Player of the Week after James Madison beat Maine 55-7. The wide receiver hauled in 179 yards and 2 touchdowns in victory. 2 other Springers made their first starts for the Oklahoma Sooners. Defensive back Damon Harmon had 3 tackles, while defensive end Kelvin Gilliam added 2 in OU's 76-0 whipping of Western Carolina. Defensive coordinator Alex Grinch likes to rotate up to 31 players on defense, so expect to see more of the black and gold turned crimson and cream.
Back to the gridiron. Speaking of teams in red, besides my Sooners at Crimson and Cream, Godwin, look at their first win of the year going into this one. 0-1 taking on Atlee with a chance to go to 3-0. A perfect 3-0 on the year and set up a great matchup with Freeman in the upcoming week. Early on, great catch, but fumble! Johnny on the spot is Atlee. All I can tell about the Raiders so far this season, they just make plays happen. And this guy does it a lot. Caleb Warren all the way to the house for the touchdown. Ooh, costly penalty, however. Costs Atlee the touchdown. Block in the back. Still a first down, but it's not a touchdown. Nothing really happened in the first quarter. 0-0 the score. Second quarter we go. Atlee says we are going to stick with our recipe of going to the ground game. Their offensive line's been terrific so far this year. Keith Green all the way to the end zone. Yeah, touchdown, 7-0 Atlee. Only 16 seconds left in the second quarter. No way Godwin can score, right? Right? Luke Calverick firing deep. Hail Mary. Oh, it's answered. Justin Harris, are you kidding me? Touchdown, Godwin, watch this again. One-handed, brings it in and takes it in. That's a top play nominee if I've ever seen one. And boy, did it fire up the Godwin faithful. We're tied at 7 at the half. I told you they're fired up. Look at them. They're very excited. Second half highlights, though, Atlee sticking to the ground and look at that hole. I mean, look at that hole. I might have made some yards on that one. I probably wouldn't have scored against the Godwin D, but Keith Green gets it going. It's 14-7 Atlee. We change sides now. Same score. Go to the fourth. The offensive line was just more physical. And Caleb Warren, they've done it to a lot of teams so far this year. Atlee gets the win. 27-7 over Godwin. They move to 3-0, and they'll face 3-0 Freeman. We mentioned them earlier. 21-6 winners over the Mechanicsville Mustangs. Time for a little field hockey action. It's Freeman, and it is J.R. Tucker. Tucker's keeper was busy all night. First half action, that's a kick save and a beauty. Then Freeman, still no score in this one. They had their chances all night long, continually putting on pressure on that Tiger defense. Check it out, the penalty is called, so it led to a corner. Chance for Freeman here to get on the ledger, get on the scoreboard. That shot is into the box, and there's a scrum for it. Eventually, it's knocked away. It's another corner for Freeman. It's just one of those moments where you're like, at some point they're going to score, right? Not this time. It's a brick wall for the Tucker Tiger defense. I have to give them credit, some props. They played tremendous defense in this one. Eventually, you're going to get lucky, though, when you stay in the opponent's zone. I don't care what sports you're playing. Field hockey, soccer, you name it. You will eventually get points. Freeman again, another corner, this time blocked. Inside, off, she shoots, she scores, but it went off her foot first. That is a foul, so no goal. It's still 0-0, but still Freeman is fighting to get a goal. And this time they're going to come up aces. Oh, right through 5-hole. She shoots, she scores. And Freeman, Adair Reed, finally gets the Mavericks on the scoreboard. It's 1-0 Mavs. At that point, they weren't done. Freeman on the corner once again. That shot, no, but oh my goodness! What a ricochet! She shoots, she scores. Avery Fonville finds the back of the net. And that is all Freeman would need. Those two goals stand up. Freeman 2, Tucker 0.
Remember, if you have questions or comments about the show, just send me an email to this address, sportswire@henrico.k12.va.us, and you can always follow us on Twitter. I can't wait to see ya next time on Sportswire.